All right, Shalom. Before I start, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Ruach Kodash. I'd like to say double honors to my teachers, the apostles, and the elders, the great millstone that rule well and teach well. And also Shalom and salutations to the brothers of the hopeful elect that are out there preaching his word in truth and sincerity. So I'm the brother Shaquar from Great Millstone, Montreal, with another lesson. And this lesson that I'm going to be getting into today is going to be a lesson inspired based off a quote or something that was mentioned in the elders' camp, the elder apostles' camp, man. And the quote or the phrase that they mentioned was this: a smooth sea never made a skilled sailor, And that's a heavy statement, man, because applying this to the truth, you see, this walk that the men of Yahweh Shemashah have begun to walk, this is not a smooth sea, man. From start to finish. You see, this is not a smooth sea. This is not something that's gonna be easy. This is something that once you've began, it's gonna be turbulence, man. From the start to the very end. And it might, the turbulence might get easier. You might get accustomed to it, later on down the line. But in the beginning and the middle is gonna be rigorous, man. You see, but it's for a purpose. It's for an ultimate goal. It's to make you perfect, right? It's to make you skilled, in both the knowledge of Yahweh Shemashai and also doing the work of Yahweh Shemashai and you as a person. You see, this is basically covering all aspects of you becoming perfect, man. You see, so let's go from there and start with the book of Sirach, chapter 2 and verse 1, right? Because I mentioned that at the beginning of this path, it's gonna be there's gonna be a lot of turbulence, man. There's gonna be a lot of trials, man, at the beginning. You see, and it's from start to finish. The sea is gonna be rigorous from start to finish, man. The path is rigorous from start to finish. All right, Sirach 2 and verse 1, it says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation," man. So when you come to serve the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, you have to prepare for trial. You have to know what you're getting yourself into, because it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. You're going to be tried and purified and sifted, man. Because that's what coming into the truth does. Scriptures also speak about a man beholding the mirror. Basically a mirror is being put up in front of your face and you're looking at it, man. You're looking at your impurities. Your impurities are put in your face, man. That's what basically it is, man. And then you have to deal with it. And those impurities are going to be rid out through what? Through trials and tribulations, man. Why? Ultimately to perfect you. To present you a chaste version to Yahweh Shai, like the scriptures say, man. You see? Verse 2, it says, "Set thy heart aright and constantly endure and make not haste in time of trouble." So you're going to have to be enduring constantly. You're going to enduring what? Enduring these trials, man. These rigorous seas. You see? So you have to keep enduring these rigorous seas and these trials, man. It says, "And make not haste in time of trouble." So don't get hasty. Don't to act out of pocket, man. You see, but stay calm, like Yahweh Shai did. Like Yahweh Shai stayed calm, and I'm speaking for myself first and foremost, man. This is an exhortation lesson, but I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. Because when Yahweh Shai was in the sea, and what? The waves tossed to and fro, rocking the boat. The water was coming onto the ship, but Yahushua was sleeping while the disciples were panicking. And what did Yahushua say? "Oh, thou little," he told the disciples, "You have little faith, man." Yahushua was sleeping, showing you he was calm, in the face of trial, man. And that's how you have to be with the men of Yahweh Shemashah. And again, brothers are at a different level. Some brothers, might, for example, a brother might express himself more when he's going through hell, but another brother might not even say nothing. Another brother might be quiet about it, and you won't never hear it. Every brother is different. You see, But ultimately, you have to keep enduring, man, and uh, keep keep staying in the path, because that's what it's about, man. Who can make it to the end? Because at the end is what? It's perfection. Verse 3, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate, man. And that's the case coming into the truth. You're gonna be changed to to a low estate a lot, not once but a lot, man. You see, but you're gonna have to get used to it, used to being abased. Oh, Paul spoke about that, the balance of being abased and the balance of being exalted, man. The balance of having a lot and the balance of having a little. Paul understood that, so Paul was flowing with the Spirit. Salakia, so continuing on, Paul understood how to be abased and how to be exalted, man. So whenever he was abased, he would just flow with the Spirit. He would know how to act when he has nothing, and not panic and not, and he would know how to act when he had abundance a lot, man. All right. Verse 5, it says, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity, man. So that fire and that furnace is what's going to purge out the impurities you have within you. Like I keep mentioning, ultimately to perfect you, to make you skilled, man, to make you a better person. Like that quote, which says what? A smooth sea never made a skilled sailor, man. So your skill is known, in tribulation, man. A man is known in tribulation. A man is known in the face of adversity. And even that, being a man, you need tribulation, man. You need adversity. You need hard times. You need hard times. You need something to conquer, so to speak. You need something to overcome. You need obstacles as a man. That's just the natural order of things. All right. So let's go from there to the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 2. It says, for it is better to go to the house of mourning than to the house of feasting. For that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to heart. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better, man. So the heart is made better through sadness, through sorrow, through affliction, man, through trial. You see, because you appreciate when you're not going through hell after you've gone through hell. You feel strong, you feel better. For example, a case with a workout, man. You might do a workout, you might feel sore a couple of days later. You might feel the effects of that workout. But then in the long run, you're gonna grow from that. Your muscles got bigger. You feel more healthier. You feel more active, stronger. You see, because of that workout. But if you've never done that workout, then you're stuck. Salakia. Let's go to verse 4. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth, man. Let's go from there to the book of Matthew 7 and verse 24. And the subheading says, the two foundations, right? It says, therefore, whomsoever heareth these sayings of mine, because that's what you do when you come into the truth. You begin to build a foundation. You begin to build a foundation, and you have to be careful how you build it, because it's a particular way that you're supposed to build it. Salakia. There's instructions on how you're supposed to build that foundation, man. It says, therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock. Right? And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. You know, so that house was well built. It was built by uh, a skilled workman, man. You know, so when the sea came, the water was just symbolic for the tribulation. That house was solid because it was built right. It was built right, so it didn't fall. It was built right from the foundation up. That's why the water, the rain, and or these tribulations didn't affect it, man. So that's how you're supposed to be, by hearkening onto the words of Yahweh Shemashai. To ultimately, by hearkening onto them, you're building a solid foundation by listening to how He wants things done, and doing it. You're building a solid foundation. So when these trials and tribulations comes, you're not affected as much, man. You know. Verse 26, and everyone that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not, man, it's a lucky. It's always when I start doing videos, my throat, man, it's like it gets attacked or something. I'm gonna read that again, verse 26. And everyone that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be likened unto a foolish man which built his house upon the sand. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell. And great was the fall of it. And it came to pass, Yahushua had ended these sayings, and the people were astonished at his doctrine, man. You know, so the opposite, the flip side of that, man, if you didn't build your foundation right, but you built it upon sand, it's going to be destroyed and overthrown and destroyed by the tribulation, man. Okay? That's right. And that's what Yahushua is doing with these tribulations, man. We're being proved and tried, you know, to see if we're going to stand the test of these trials, man. Right? And that's Yahushua proving his friend, like the scriptures speak about. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go there. I had it queued up. I believe this is Sirach chapter 6 and verse 7. It says, "If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him," man. So if you're gonna trust somebody to be your friend, you have to try him first, prove him, and that's the stage, you know, or that's what we're going through with Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai. You know, we're being proven first. You know, we're being tried by these trials, man, and these things that we go through. You know, to see if we're worthy of Yahweh Shai, man. You know, to see if it's actually true, and you know, if our intentions are pure, man, and sincere. You know, because scriptures also speak about a nest being cast into the sea and it catching all sorts of fish, man. You know, some fish were no good, some fish were good. You know, so you want to be a good fish, a pure fish. You know, you want to be a good catch for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You see? It says, "For some man is a friend for his own occasion and will not abide in the day of trouble," man. So some people have malicious intents. You know, they have ulterior motives, you know, coming into the truth. But then when the tribulation comes, that's what's gonna reveal them, you know. That's what's gonna reveal their inward mind, and you know what their intentions, man. You see, and you want your intentions to be pure, man, and sincere. You see, so let's go from there to the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 7, verse 7. Verse 6, "There's also another thing, a city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on their right hand, and on their left a deep water." So this is speaking about the kingdom and the journey or the path that you have to take to get to the kingdom. You know, it's gonna be a path that's not a smooth path, man. You know, but it's gonna be a path full of trial and tribulation. It's a dangerous path, man. A dangerous place where it's easy to fall, man. It's narrow. Or scripture speaking about that, right? It being a narrow path, you know, and not broad, because a broad way is easy. anybody can go into Broadway because it's open, it's wide, it's easy to walk. But a narrow path, that's something that you have to walk carefully and cautiously, you know? At least you fall on, you know, on the both, either the fire or the water side of it, man. But you see it gets deeper. The men of the Lord, sometimes they might fall into that water or into that fire. But scriptures say they're going to get back up. And they're going to find their way back onto that path, because you also have some men that might fall into that fire or that water and never get back up and just feel defeated, you know? But you shouldn't be like that. Your mindset should be, okay, yo, get up, you know? Keep fighting. Keep striving. Scriptures speak about endurance, right? It says, the entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left or deep water, and only one path between both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. It says, if the city were now given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance, man? You know, so if you don't go through the straight gate, meaning position of difficulty, to this path to get to the kingdom, if you don't go through it, then you're not going to receive an inheritance, man, because you weren't proved. You know, you weren't tried and tested to see if you were worthy to be in the kingdom. You know, and that's what ultimately it's about, man, for you to be worthy, you know. So it says what? It says a smooth sea never made a skilled sailor, man. You know, so a smooth path will never get you into the kingdom, basically. All right. So with that, I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to say, Kah Halayim La Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim Hakudash. Once again, double honors to my teachers, the apostles and elders, a great millstone that rule well and teach well. Until next time, Shalom.